Hello and welcome back to Lumin Weekly. So, as you all knew, that chair's in the way. Just get out of here, chair. Get out of here. It's not much better. Anyway, as you all knew, this one's going to be a bit different. I didn't set a topic for last week. I actually had something that I wanted to do and it did pan out. I've got it right here in front of me. It's over here. It's crackly. But I didn't have a topic for last week, so there aren't that many questions. I've got a couple of questions here that I'm going to get to before starting with the other stuff, and I'm going to give you guys something to talk about for next week because I actually have a nice topic lined up and I really want to talk about it. You'll see in just a little while. It's not going to be a super long episode this, so the guys that don't like sitting through 30 minutes of talking, you're going to be happy. Firstly, let's get to these questions. Now look how bad this lighting is going to get when I open this. This side of my... never mind. Okay, so Fenovids had actually pretty much exclusively asked the questions. No one else really asked any. These are a few more basic ones. So, what type of dog is Nero? Nero is, well, like, we got him at the SPCA, so that's the animal welfare, and when he was very young he looked a bit different. He was sort of rounder. Like he didn't have as sharp a nose, he didn't have, but he's supposed to be a crossbreed Alsatian. So that's pretty much what they told us. He said the mother was an Alsatian, and the father was something else. That's pretty much all they said to us. He's got the Alsatian colours, that's for sure, but he didn't have the long hair. He's not quite as big as them or as bulky as them, so I don't know. And he asked, can you play us some... Now here's a name that I know very well, but I can't say very well. This is bad. Let me see. Yuggenwee Malmsteen. I can say Malmsteen, but I can't say the first one on the guitar. And no, I can't. Look, I used to be pretty good, but I haven't played. Maybe I'm still pretty good. I don't know. I used to practice, as I said before. I really like the Asian guitar players a lot more. I sort of started practicing like stuff from. I love Jerry C. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna say viral guitar video that went around, Canon in D major, Canon basically, and I don't play like heavy metal stuff. I don't know if that's heavy metal, by the way. I don't know him very well. I know the name. Sorry, I'm not a typical guitarist. I sort of didn't really get into the whole metal thing. That wasn't the reason I started guitar. If I had to ever play guitar in a band, I would have probably done rhythm guitar because that just wasn't. I'm not cut out for lead guitarist material job type stuff. Whatever. Okay. I haven't played guitar for a long time. I've got an electric guitar. I've got a Epiphone Les Paul stand. What is it called? Yes, Epiphone Les Paul standard. Black one. It's very nice. It's one of the best guitars. It's probably one of the best. It's the best guitar I've ever had. I had an acoustic before that, and it's really cool. Anyway, I don't play it very much. I just don't have the time. I sort of try to do stuff that's more productive that I can. I don't know. Whatever. It's sad. I know. Maybe I'll practice a little bit every now and then, an hour or so. I don't know. Maybe I'll practice a bit and put something together for you guys. Because now that I got some video editing skills under my belt, I can actually sort of get rid of all my flaws. That's not the point though, is it? But maybe I'll make something for you guys someday. That's not a promise, but I'll see. Anyway, so, what do you do for a job? At the moment, as of a few months, I've been starting to try to do this kind of thing full time. The thing is, here in South Africa, it's not as easy. I'm not part of any big organization. I don't work for a company. I don't write articles for anyone exclusively. So I do some freelance journalism stuff, which I don't get paid for very much or anything at all. I'm starting to try sort of make more money from my YouTubing, from my StarCraft. There's a fly in my way here. From my StarCraft shoutcasting. The nice thing is I've actually got a lot of live events coming up for the rest of the year. Down here in South Africa, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I don't know why it is, but suddenly things are just exploding. We've got a big event called Rage coming up. Hopefully I'll get paid a bit for that. The guys from Polofluke are starting to sort of get big enough that they might start paying us money, real money soon, not with hugs and kisses. But basically I'm trying to get into doing this full time. It's not easy. It's obviously, as you guys know, it takes a lot of time. and it's not mainstream in South Africa, so people don't really want to. My hair is terrible today. Okay, but so we've got a guy renting from us here. We've got some income from that. I used to do web design stuff, which I don't do anymore, but right now, like I said, I'm trying to do this full-time StarCraft shoutcasting, which I'm not that great at. I'll face it. I mean, I'll admit it. I can talk okay, but I don't know that much about the game. I should probably be playing it more. And actually, I'll just tie this in with Baal's question. Do you enjoy posting your ladder matches? Because if you do, you should totally post more. Yes, I'm going to start posting more because I need to start playing more so that I can actually learn the game a little bit better than I do already, better than I do now. I feel that my knowledge is okay. It's not bad. It's much better when I'm actually talking about my own games. When I sort of talk about other people's games, then I just black out. Maybe I should stop playing the other races. Some other people suggested that. And I'm going off on a tangent here, aren't I? But basically, right now I'm trying to switch over to doing this full time. It's difficult, and maybe if I eventually get enough subscribers to join a big organization like the Game Station, then I'll be able to do this properly. It's not been done before in South Africa, so I don't really have much help. Like some people, if I was living in the UK, if I was living in the US, I'd probably be able to get some help from people. I'd be able to do more collaborations and stuff live. I'd be able to sort of speak to more people about it. But right here, I am the only person that I know in South Africa that does stuff like this. I don't have friends that do it. Anyway, so it's a bit more difficult. How old are you? I'm skipping that right now. Just jump. How old am I? I'm turning 26 on September the 1st, I think. 1985 is my birth. I'm terrible. I don't even remember my own age. I just don't try to keep track of that. I try to forget. Okay, so yes, I'm pretty old. I've been living a long time. Favorite food? I don't really have a favorite food. Everyone asks me stuff like that. I don't have a favorite food. I like a lot of food. I like all types of food. Maybe I have a favorite and it'll come to me like, bam, okay, this is definitely my favorite. But no, at the moment I can't think of anything. I appreciate food a lot. I enjoy eating, and that's all I need to really say about it. Why Afrikaans and not English to the girlfriend or with the girlfriend? She's Afrikaans. She can speak English. I think she can speak English pretty well, but her first language is definitely Afrikaans. I prefer to speak to people in their first language, so if they speak Afrikaans first language, I'll speak to them Afrikaans. I won't speak to them English. And that's not just with my girlfriend. She feels a lot more comfortable speaking Afrikaans. I don't mind speaking Afrikaans. I speak both Afrikaans and English first language. I did all my schooling in Afrikaans up until standard 7, standard 8. That's grade 9, 10. Grade 9 and 10. I did all my schooling in Afrikaans, so I do know the language well. Maybe I don't speak it as well as I do English, but I do speak it pretty okay. And I don't know, she just doesn't feel as comfortable speaking English, so that's fine. I don't mind. And then know any other languages besides those two. I can speak some German, English, listen to me. I can speak some German. My father is German, very much German. And I understand German, every single word of anything that anyone says. I just don't speak it that much because we actually were raised speaking English. And I'm grateful for that. So, religion, nah, not really. I know some people don't like it when I talk about religion, and that's probably why you said just say anything here in little brackets. I'm not religious. Like I don't have any problem with religion. I've got a lot of religious friends, but I don't go to the church every Sunday. I'm not overly religious in any way, and that's a terrible word. Okay. Then the last question: does the narwhal bacon at midnight? Okay, I don't know if he does. That sounds really familiar. It sounds like some sort of meme that was going around, like, I don't know. You've got me on a spot here, Phenovid. That's terrible. Anyway, so I don't know about that one. And I did ask Baal's question, so that's about it. Now, what I wanted to do this weekend was, in this episode, was last time I spoke about, I spoke a couple of weeks ago, after I came back from the StarCraft event. I said when the magazine gets my article and interview live, I'll be giving them away. And it's fine. It's a July issue. Here you go. I don't know if you can see it, but that's Kerrigan on the front cover of PC Format magazine. And it is in fact live now. They finally released it. I wasn't so happy with the fact that they took this long. I mean, it's sort of not really that interesting to us anymore, but the guy kept telling me that it is in fact print, which is true. It's different. People don't need their news right now. People that read the magazines aren't as hardcore as us, but the article is live now. It's in the magazine here. You can see this is the one that I did, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I mean, the guy did a lot of editing because I didn't write it specifically for print, and I obviously made a lot of not mistakes, but and here's the interview that I did with Dustin Browder, which I will tell you right now. I'm not going to show it to you, like, you can't now pause it because this is not going to be that high definition or anything. There's Dustin Browder, you can see his face, but I can tell you right now that I didn't sort of set it up for print, so I'm very happy that he went over it and made it nice, like perfected it, whatever you want to call it, because that's just, I don't do that. I don't write for print. It's obviously a different cup of tea, and because of that he added 1 or 2 lines that I wasn't really happy with. There's a line in specific here about World of StarCraft, which I didn't even write. Like, I know that's not going to happen. They were talking about, he actually added a line to my thing about Blizzard's next MMO. We're voting World of StarCraft. No, I'm not voting World of StarCraft because I know that's not going to happen, and I don't want World of StarCraft. Not that I don't like StarCraft, it's just that I'd prefer a new IP, a completely new one. But overall, I mean, it's great, and it's a couple of pages long, and together with that, I'm actually going to be uploading the interview that I did with Dustin Browder live. It's terrible. It was my first interview ever, or second interview ever actually. The first one was 10 minutes before that with another Blizzard guy, who was the lead quest and story guy. I'm trying to remember his name. Brian Kendrigan. Great guy as well, but I didn't record that one sadly. I forgot to switch the camera on. There you go. Brilliant stuff. It was bad. So I'm going to upload the interview. It's quite long. It's 20 minutes long, and it was okay. I mean, I think I did pretty well, considering I didn't have that much time. It was bad actually, because what happened was we went on a tour of the campus, and then I didn't know there was going to be such a short amount of time between when we got back and when my interview started, and I wasn't really as prepared as I should have been for it, but you know, it went okay. So I'm going to upload that, you guys can have a look at that, and to go with all of this, I've actually got 3 of these to give away here. Now, there they are, still sealed. It actually comes with the DVD as well. There. I don't know if you can even see that, but it comes with a DVD with a bunch of stuff on. There's a lot of other stuff in here. There's a Skyrim preview as well. The magazine is pretty interesting. PC format, South African magazine, gaming, tech, stuff like that. I did say in my Heart of the Swarm preview video that I was going to give it away if you commented on that video, but I'm sort of mixing it up now, and you're going to have to comment on this video. But everyone that commented on the Heart of the Swarm preview video, they're going to automatically get 2 entries. That's 4. So 2 entries, not 4, 2. And then, so they're going to have a much better chance. I'll automatically count them in, so you can comment here, and then your entries will be added from that one as well. And now the battery is going to die. Well, soon at least. So, if it does cut out, then excuse the break in transmission. It happens. So, these ones, I'm going to give them away, and I'm probably going to announce the winners on Wednesday or Thursday, soon. Not too long. I'm going to give you a day or 2 to comment, check the video out, all that stuff, and I will release those names as soon as I possibly can. So don't worry, they'll be out there. Just giving everyone a fair chance to have a look at it. Don't get your hopes up too much. I mean, it's old news now, but it's a free magazine. So if you win, you win. I'll mail it to you as fast as it'll get there as fast as it possibly can. Now Eileen's busy in the kitchen. Okay, so I might scan the article as well. Actually, I might do that and then put it in the video or something. But that's going to be it. Oh, and they also misspelled my name. That was terrible. My surname actually. If you get the magazine, you can look at that. That's some exclusivity for the guys who actually win it. There's 3 of them here. I'm going to be giving them away, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So for next week, I wanted to I thought this was a pretty interesting topic. I wanted to talk about, like, I don't want to say retro video games, but the old games that you played when growing up. So when you were 5 or 6 years old, when you were 10 years old, it doesn't matter, when you started gaming, the first games that you played, what were your first impressions about them? How did you feel when playing them? I am not going to tell you how I felt because that's going to be saved for next week. I've got a lot to talk about there. Let me give you for an example quickly. I played a lot of Ultima in general, the series. I played a lot of that when I was younger. Ultima 7, Ultima 8, the Ultima 7 expansions, Ultima Underworld, that was amazing. I'm not going to get started on that now, but that's what I spent a lot of time on when I was younger, and that's taught me a lot about gaming. It taught me a lot about appreciating proper RPGs, storytelling, everything. It was amazing. And it had a big impact on my life and my gaming future, basically. So I want to discuss what you guys played when you were younger. What were your first games? So if you played Duke Nukem 3D, maybe that was your first game and that got you started on gaming. Tell me what your experiences were with that. Like, basically, it's a bit of a vague question, but you can tell me what games you played when you were younger, when you started out. Generally, they're going to be older games, but some of you might have started gaming later in your lives. Maybe you started on something newer. It's going to be interesting, though. There's a lot to talk about there. I've got a lot to talk about, and I'd love to see what you guys have to say about it. So, that's it. That's the topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly shorter Lumin Weekly. I'll sort of discuss this article a bit more when I give the magazines away, but I think I've touched on enough of it. I'm happy that it's finally live and the magazine's finally out there, so that's great. And that's it. That's going to be it for this episode, sadly. Oh, okay. So get those questions in. You can ask me about what games I played. You can ask me what I think about the games that you played. We can just have a bit of a discussion about that. So, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm going to watch some NASL a bit later. It's Sunday afternoon now. And I'm going to try to get this uploaded as soon as possible. So, thanks for watching. And happy retro games. Or happy Ultima Underworld. Because that was absolutely amazing.